Hello, my friends. I have another dedicated candle review for you today. We are going to be talking about this limited edition Easter release of Jellybean Jubilee from KRINGLE Candle. Now, this is in their 2-wick 100% soy wax large tumbler, I guess. Is that what that would be called? You can see that we have this beautiful packaging. Oh my goodness, you guys, I am crazy about this, the Easter packaging this year. I think they just really knocked it out of the park. I will say that this is my favorite color of the speckled glass. But this is, again, part of a limited edition release. They did restock some of the Easter candles last week, and as of the time that I am filming this candle is still currently in stock. So I do always like to be upfront. Sorry, you guys, I just hit the table and it moved my camera around there. I do always like to be upfront in letting you guys know that I am a KRINGLE candle brand ambassador. However, this candle was not sent to me in PR. I did purchase this candle with my own money, and as always, you guys know that my thoughts are my own, and yeah, we will get into that here in just a minute. Also, I did want to let you guys know to stay tuned to the end of this video. KRINGLE will be having a St. Patrick's Day candle launch coming up this Thursday. There will be 3 candles released in that, but I will touch on that at the end of this video if you are curious to see what will be offered then. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this candle review. All right, fragrance notes of Jellybean Jubilee. Top notes, bright citrus lemon, tangerine. Mid notes of juicy cherry, candied blueberries, vanilla sugar. Base notes of fruit medley and licorice. Okay, so I was a huge fan of the 2023 3-wick of Jellybean. I was really hoping that this fragrance would be the same, even though the fragrance notes that were listed were very different. So I can't say that I went into this anticipating that they would be the same. I would say that I was optimistic, and I was incorrect in that. My optimism was unwarranted because this is an entirely different fragrance from last year's version. On cold sniff, I definitely detected cherry. Cherry is the fragrance that I pick up first. However, I will tell you that upon burn, if you are nervous about that licorice note, it comes out. To be honest with you guys, if you caught my video last weekend where I was giving my candle collection update, I had mentioned that I had hauled this candle in February, and I told you guys to stay tuned for this review because I am not really a fan of the fragrance. Now, am I not a fan of the fragrance altogether? No. I will burn it. I will finish it. It will be a one and done. However, I am actually going to put this candle aside for another, I would say, month and a half, because do you know what scent I think that, or what holiday I think this scent would be perfect for? Cinco de Mayo. You know why? My nose smells tequila when I am smelling this. This smells like a lime margarita to my nose. Like, I smell this, and right now I want to bust out some chips and queso. I know that sounds so crazy for this being a Jellybean candle. I'm not getting a Jellybean fragrance in here. I think that licorice accord is coming off kind of boozy to my nose. I'm definitely getting some citrus in here. Okay, so we've got the top notes of the bright citrus lemon and the tangerine, but something is kind of giving me slight lime vibes. In fact, the other fragrance that I decided to get out of my collection to burn alongside this one. So if you guys don't know, I tend to burn more than one candle at once, but I burn them in other rooms. So for example, I've been burning this candle in my living room, and I will burn a complimentary fragrance in my bedroom to just give myself like a whole house filling fragrance, because quite frankly, I still have never run across a candle that fills every single room of my house at once. But the other candle that I have been burning with this has been last year's Reserve line launch of Lime Splash, and they have actually complemented each other really well. But in terms of this being like a spring Easter type of fragrance, I'm just not feeling it. It's not my vibe at all. So let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this candle. I will show you the wicks on it It's performing well, just as we know the KRINGLE 100% soy wax formula usually does perform for me. I'm having no issues with the wicks. They are self-trimming. They do get a little bit long, but I'm not having any issues with them falling over. This candle for me is very strong. So yeah, we've got, I'm telling you guys, I swear this would be a perfect one. Mick, if you happen to see this, or Joe, our ambassador, contact over at KRINGLE, if you guys are watching this, honestly, take this fragrance and do something with it. Call it lime margarita, market it for Cinco de Mayo. I don't know, but this to me that is just what this fragrance smells like to me. A good old lime margarita. Let me go back to the performance of it. This candle is, I would give it a solid 8 without a hurricane on it. It is throwing, it is powerful. In fact, when I was burning this in a hurricane in my bedroom, it was starting to take over the fragrance. It was definitely throwing out of my bedroom, and that is saying something because it actually has to like come out and around a wall in order for it to make its way into the living room. And sure enough, it was throwing into the living room. It was actually way too strong for me in a hurricane in my bedroom. So I would caution you, if you have a smaller apartment or a home that has lower ceilings, it might be one that you want to burn in the largest room of your house with some windows open if you don't want it to overtake. On the flip side, if you have a larger home, then maybe you will be pleased that this one will be a nice fragrance in a more open concept style of room. Now, I do always give dimensions of my home, so that way you guys know where I am coming from. I also usually insert some B-roll here so you can see my living room. My home is approximately 20 years old. It is a single story, 1,800 square foot home. The living room has high ceilings and it opens up to the kitchen, as a lot of homes within early 2000s American build tend to do. The bedrooms have lower ceilings and are more closed concept. So that is where I'm coming from. Yes, it's a solid 8. It's a solid performer for me. Good strength and throw. I'm smelling it all throughout my kitchen, all throughout my living room. I've been burning this one now for actually only about 2 hours. And this candle honestly only takes about 15 minutes to start throwing. It's a pretty immediate impact. So if you like kind of boozy tequila type of scents, I think that this might be your fragrance. But if you are anticipating last year's Jellybean candle, you are going to be disappointed with this purchase. All right, so that is that for this candle. I would say, you know, I can't really say that it doesn't get, I don't know, you guys, it's not going to be a repurchase for me. It's not the fragrance that I was anticipating it would be, but if you are okay with that fragrance profile, then I would go ahead and give it 2 thumbs up in terms of the performance. It'll get a thumb up, I guess, for the performance, thumbs down for the fragrance. I guess that's where I'm gonna go with it. All right, let's go ahead and talk about this St. Patrick's Day launch that is coming out this Thursday, March 7th. I believe that these will be available at noon Eastern Standard Time. This is likely going to be a limited edition launch. So again, we've got this Hunger Games style going on here. The candles that are going to be offered, there are going to be 3 candles that will be offered. The first one is Shamrock Fields. I will go ahead and pop up a picture here. Top notes of herbal and green, mid notes of ozone and sea mist, base notes of soft woods and musk. So this looks like it's going to be kind of an aquatic or beachy type of, maybe, I don't even know if it would be grassy, but this is going to be your fresh lovers. This is probably going to be the fragrance for you. The other fragrance, you guys, I'm going to butcher this name because I'm, you know, I'm not really good at pronouncing other words sometimes that I'm not used to seeing. This is called Erin Go Bragh. I think that's the way to pronounce it. Top notes of wood and spirits, mid notes of patchouli and spice, base notes of amber and tonka. This to me looks like it's probably going to be a traditionally masculine, boozy, cologne-y type of fragrance. It sounds, just the notes to me sound like it's going to be very heavy, which actually I kind of like those fragrances, but for this time of year, it's not really in the fragrance profile that I am looking for this time of year. And then the final candle that will be offered is Pot o' Gold. It is top notes of sweet caramel, mid notes of cream and sugar, base notes of vanilla and rum. So this looks like the candle that will be targeted towards the gourmand loving audience. I am very hit and miss with the way that KRINGLE does caramel. Sometimes their caramel fragrances can come off a little bit burned to my nose. So yeah, honestly, you guys, I'm going to be sitting this launch out just because if you caught that candle collection video this month, I am really trying to be intentional about using up my stash. And truthfully, none of these fragrances just jump out to me. But if you are somebody who really loves St. Patrick's Day, you want a candle that would be commemorative of that holiday, and you like the fragrance notes that are listed, again, these will be available on the KRINGLE website tomorrow, March 7th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do have a discount code with KRINGLE. My affiliate code with them is Katie15. It will save you 15% off of your purchase there. That is an affiliate code or a code that is eligible for a commission. So if you do use it, just know that I am eligible to make a commission off of it. And I do thank you for supporting my channel if you choose to use it. Also, I did want to let you guys know that KRINGLE is currently running a daylight savings sale where they have 50% off of select daylights or select medium-sized jars. So right now might be the time, if you have seen a couple of reviews that I have done and you have some candles on your wish list and you're trying to stay within budget, maybe now is the time if you are going to be purchasing this Jellybean candle, or you're going to be purchasing maybe from that new St. Patrick's collection, go ahead and throw some of those little daylights in your cart. However, I'm not really sure if you can combine. I know for a fact you cannot use my 15% discount code on all items that are already reduced. However, I don't know if they apply a code for the daylights and the medium-sized jars in order to get them to be 50% off. I think you might just have to play around with your cart. As always, you guys, despite what some people in the candle community like to profess, I will always tell you, you guys, save the most money as possible when you are making a purchase. Do the math. If my code is going to save you the most money and you're comfortable using affiliate codes, great. But if you're going to get a better discount, I will tell you every day that ends in Y, save the most money. Like I'm right there with you guys. I'm not going to tell you guys to do anything that I wouldn't do. But yeah, that's where I'm going with that. So yes, there are discount codes available. There are some sales going on over at KRINGLE. And like I said, at the time that I am filming this video, this candle has been restocked. I believe that carrot cake, unfortunately, will not be restocked for this Easter launch, but hopefully they will bring that back next year, or maybe they will just start incorporating it in their regular lineup. Wouldn't that be something? If you guys have feedback, send it over to KRINGLE because they are really good at listening to their customer feedback. All right, you guys, thumbs up if you found this video helpful. I would appreciate that. It helps get my content out into the old YouTube algorithm. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, hi, I'm Katie. I love to talk all things candles here. I do dedicated reviews, empties. I have a candle collection series. I do a bi-monthly candle chat video that will be coming up this weekend. So if you want to stick around for more of my content, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I want to say thank you so very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.